Now, who's VES and why did they send you a letter about your disability? There's several companies that have national contracts with the VA to help with VA disability claims. VES is one of them. VES stands for Veterans Evaluation Services. Now you might wonder, are these people from VES VA contractors or are they from the VA? I'll stay to the end and I'll give you a quick little tip on something that'll help you to get notified a little quicker about your VA exam instead of the day before. VES, they're a third-party company that contracts with the VA to help expedite their claims, to help CU with their VA contractors, their non-VA contractors at CU. These providers can be doctors, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, dentists, audiologists, psychologists, depending on what you're being seen for and what specialty you're being seen for. Now, why are these third parties contracted to do your VA disability exam, and why can't you just be seen at the VA? We've all heard those horror stories about people filing claims being months, if not years, of going through the process of getting notified, going to your exam, having your exam, and having to wait for your approval or your denial letter. With these companies, they help expedite it a little quicker. Most of them are contracted once they get your claim. They have probably about 2 weeks, maybe a little more, to contact you, get you scheduled. And these companies, depending on what part of the country you live in, they may have already established clinics. Most of these companies that have the national contracts, they may not have a clinic in every single city. So from there, they'll contract with individual providers or groups. Now, since you stayed to the end of this quick video, let me give you a little tip on how you can get notified a little quicker about your exam. Most of these companies may send you a letter. These letters may arrive 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 day. I've even heard of a case of the letter arriving the same day as somebody's exam, or somebody that came home to find a letter package on their doorstep while they were on vacation of an exam they missed 2, 3, 4 days ago. So how can you make this a little easier on yourself? Once you get a letter, if you only get a letter and you don't get a phone call from one of these companies, what I would do is look them up. So for VES, simple, just go VES.com. You should see a link that talks about Veterans Evaluation Services, or especially in the letter, if you don't trust the links in the letter that you get, it'll have their phone number. Just call them up and ask them if they have your right contact information, or give them your contact information. Make sure they have your right mailing address, which they should. You got the letter. Make sure that they have your phone number and ask them if they contact you again to please call first. And you could ask these companies that if they contact you first by phone to help try to set up the appointment. Most of them, when they do this, they call you 2 weeks out of your appointment, try to schedule the appointment with you. If nothing else, if you're at work and you're too busy, they'll leave a message. So now you have a message, they're trying to get a hold of you, call them back, try to schedule your appointment. Now, if you miss a couple of those messages, they may schedule your appointment and call you up and give you a message saying, hey, your appointment's now this date, this time. Now, a quick little bonus tip since you stayed this long in the video. One thing they may not tell you is every company that contracts with the VA, they're supposed to let you reschedule. Now, it may depend on which company you see, how many times they'll let you reschedule, but I know it's at least one time with every company. So if you do get your letter and it's a little late, or they call you and everything that they have is a date that just doesn't work with your schedule, or worse yet, you get notified and you get a missed call, or maybe you didn't know you missed a couple of calls and they call you and it's going to be on a date that you just can't take off. Now in this, what I do is call them up, tell you need to reschedule. They try to give you a hard time, tell them that they're allowed to reschedule at least once. That way you can get a date or a time frame that works better for you. Now, if you want some more information on some of the other companies that also have VA contracts that may see you for your disability claims, check out one of the links provided up top.